Although it's not a very complicated Patek Philippe, it would be a very good addition to your collection. Welcome to the universe of Beyer watches and jewelry, where the past meets the future. We are the oldest watch retailers in the world. We have been founded in 1760 and are still privately owned in the 8th generation, headed by Mr. René Beyer. We connect people with all kinds of interest. With our fantastic watch museum, with our more than 50 years of experience of vintage watches, and also with the modern brands we carry, such as Rolex, Patek, other brands, but also with jewelry. The watch we are talking about today is a very simple piece, but if you look at the details, it's a very, very interesting watch. It's a Patek Philippe with a reference 2496. It has a hidden inner beauty that we will explore further in the next few minutes. As you may know, Patek Philippe was founded in 1839. Beyer Chronometrie was one of the first retailers, and we started to retail Patek Philippe watches around 1842. So this one dates from 1957. The reference was made roughly in the 50s and early 60s and was only produced for a very short period. What I think is really beautiful about it is the finish. The dial is not a plain silver dial, but you can see it has a very nice textured style called in French guilloché. The gold indices on this watch are applied and faceted. Especially faceted are indices at 3, 9 and 12. You can see in the upper half the signature Patek Philippe Genève and also at the lower half Constant Second. Both of these areas are not textured so that you can see them more clearly. This very special texture you can see on the dial, you can find again on the bezel and also on the side of the watch. So that's what I mean about details of the watch and the finissage. So this watch is very beautifully decorated. You can find this hobnail bezel decoration even today in the modern Calatrava versions. If we turn the watch around, you can see the brushed and polished case back. Inside this case you find the caliber 10-200 that was used in the 40s, 50s and 60s by Patek Philippe. It's a manual winding movement and it has a power reserve of 36 hours. All the bridges feature anglage and you have the Geneva stripes, and on top you have the Geneva seal as an excellency for the movement. Turning the watch to the side, you can see the crown with the Calatrava cross. This feature was done in the late 1950s, meaning the crowns with the Calatrava cross started in 1958. So it could be the original crown, but since the crown is a part that is heavily used, I assume this is a newer crown. Born as a gentleman's wristwatch, nowadays it is probably more for gentlemen with a smaller wrist or for a lady, because you have a size of 26 by 34 millimeters including the lugs. The leather strap you find on this watch is made by Patek Philippe, and you find the old pin buckle in 18 karat yellow gold, matching to the 18 karat gold case. Due to the size and age of the watch, this is not a sapphire glass, but a mineral glass, which is a bit more delicate to handle. The watch has been serviced in April 2021 by Patek Philippe, and they have done a full service of the movement. They also had to replace the hands for the seconds and the hour hand because they were incorrect to the reference, but now they are coherent again. Being passionate about watches means we take care of them even after they have been sold. We are an official Rolex service center, but we also take care of other brands that we carry. Apart from that, we also have beautiful jewelry made by our goldsmith in-house. We have a big assortment of vintage watches that you can see on our website. If there's any that you would like us to review a bit further, please comment down below. Thank you for watching.